Green Spoon, we're passionate about honestly delicious food. We believe that what you put on your plate matters, so we'll always go the extra mile to bring you fresh food that makes you feel amazing. We do the hard work selecting, so you don't have to worry. We believe real food is for everyone, so we work with producers who pour their love and energy into making food that busts with flavor. Green Spoon, honestly delicious.
Fantastic. We welcome you to another sporty session. You're live on Homeboys TV, and right now we are at the KCB grounds where we are expecting a battle of the Titans. We are having MENENGAI Oilers who shall be pitting themselves off against KCB. A big question is who is actually going to make it from the semi-finals and head on directly down to the finals. Of course, right now at this particular juncture, in Kakamega, we already have Nondis playing against Cabras, and whoever makes it out of there will face off with whoever wins it over here. So without much further ado, of course, the big question is, what are they going to be doing? Are they going to be, what kind of tactics are they actually going to be applying so that they can be able to win? We know one thing for a fact, is that KCB always plays a power game, and MENENGAI Oilers, man, those guys love playing a running game. But let's find out from the coaches just to be able to get a little bit of a tincture in terms of what is actually going to be happening out here. Over to the coaches. So what has been the experience like?
It's been a roller coaster of a season. I think we've had we've picked the highs and lows, but as a coach, I'm happy that we're playing in the semi-finals today. Most importantly is that as a coach, I tend to learn from every victory and from every loss, and the losses that we've gotten this season have only made us stronger. Today is a different ball game. Playoff rugby is about a team that settles in early, a team that's composed, a team that takes its chances. So we've prepared well against KCB, very worthy opponents. It's a team that I admire greatly, and I've learned a lot from them, from the losses that they've handed us, and that has made us stronger. And I believe today is a different ball game. As Oilers, we've prepared well. The biggest areas I think for us will just be the set pieces. If we're able to dominate the set pieces, that will give us a platform, and then from there on, then we're able to launch from there. So, but I expect a tough encounter, and we'll give it the best shot possible.
Well, when you look at it, you know, KCB have a lot of experienced players, but many people are saying Oilers have also got new talents that you've actually brought into the game. Do you think this is going to be a hindrance in terms of experience-wise, or what is your plan there?
If you look at how KCB have lined up, I think it's a mix of youth and experience, and I wouldn't want to buy the fact that we are in an experienced side. I think we've been in Kenya Cup for the last 5 seasons. And that in itself is a bit of an experience. We've played this will be our 3rd semi-final, and we want to give it a real go. So this is our 4th semi-final. We've lost 2 in the hands of KCB, we won 1. So I just hope that today we can turn up and win this semi-final and prepare for the next one.
Do you have any regrets in terms of, you know, anything that has happened some of the previous games?
No. For me, as I said, I try to learn from every experience. I don't take our victories for granted, neither do I take the losses for granted. So it's something that I learn from them a lot, and I have no regrets. As long as I have the opportunity to continue to improve my team, then I feel that I have the opportunity now to make a difference, and this is an opportunity to make a difference.
Well, thank you very much, Gibson.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. All the best in the game.
Thank you.
Hi, Curtis. It has been a great streak for your team. Many people are saying you guys are the guys to watch out for. You are meeting again against Oilers. From the beginning until this juncture, how do you feel about the game so far and the way that you guys have played?
I'm excited. The boys are pretty excited. We have a semi-final at home. Just want to show our fans how good we are. You know, we've been rebuilding. Yeah, from last season we've been rebuilding. I know a lot of guys are out of the game now, and the young boys are quite excited to get here, and they're looking forward to it.
Now, you've got a lot of experienced players, of course, even some who have played internationally. And many guys are saying that, you know, Oilers might give you a run for it because they have got a lot of new talent. Is this going to be an issue, or is there some sort of tactical approach to it?
Yeah, if they are not coming here to give us a run for it, then you could have been worried. It could not could have not been a good game of footy, though. But we are looking forward to a good game. I mean, it's a game of rugby. We all enjoy it. I mean, both teams will enjoy it. It's a good position to be in. Yeah.
And how do you think about the outcome today? What is it? Are you feeling that you're taking this thing?
I'm more about the process than the outcome.
Okay.
The process is what excites me. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Curtis.
Thanks.
Good luck to the game.
Thanks.
And we hope we see you at the finals.
Thanks. Awesome, brother.
All right. And thank you very much, Curtis and Gibson. Now you've heard it from the horse's mouth. The big question is, what is actually going to happen? Remember, we are seeing this live on Homeboys TV. You can catch us on through Signet or through Pang, or better yet, you can even find us on YouTube. If you just type Homeboys TV, you can be able to watch this game live. But for now, what I'm going to do is we want to find out the head-to-head. We want to find out the tactics. We want to find out who are the guys to watch out for. For that, let me hand you over to the commentators table for Gibson and Dan. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Shaq. In the studio, in commentary, my name is Dan Othiano alongside Gibson Olda. Gibson.
Thank you very much, Dan. And we are in for a good game this evening. And I can't just wait for kickoff.
Absolutely. You can see both teams in the tunnel right now. And the tension is palpable. If you take a look at the fans, if you look at the crowd, you can see that everybody is still glued to their seats. They're still very tense, excited as always. And right now, all we can hope for is a cracker of a game to go forward, because this is exactly what we've been waiting for all season.
Yeah.
Yet another. As you said earlier when we were speaking, that this is the fourth meetup in the semis, and it had eluded me completely.
Yeah, fourth meetup. 2021 was the first one. KCB winning it 35-17. And then 2022, Oilers overturned it 24-17. And then 2023, KCB won last year 38-20. So who will it be 2024?
2024, let's see, have Oilers learned their lesson, or are we up for yet another big one? Because we do know that if KCB go into this match not very wary of the Oilers, considering that they already lost to them the first time in the regular season, yeah, they're going to have to really step it up. On your screen there, we've got Kenya Sevens captain Vincent Onyala. He's in for his team, for his home club KCB, of course, where he's grown and where he's honed his skills, and he's now international. Felix Ojo going to be in jersey number 7, KCB's own version of Richie McCaw. An incredible work rate, and some would even argue that they maybe even look alike.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you look at, I'm surprised that Griffin is on the bench.
Griffin is on the bench because of the impact play that these guys want to make. There he is in the tunnel. He's leading out his team, but there go Oilers first with Celestine Atiti leading the team out. They're coming out strong in their yellow jerseys. Let's wait and see what these gentlemen have in store for KCB at the Lions' Den.
Wow.
As they get into their huddle, you can see them really pumped up for this game. Griffin Musila leading out the KCB Lions right here at KCB, the Lions Den, Ruaraka. Oscar Simeo, Felix Ojo right there. We've got James Ocheng following suit very quickly. You can see the KCB team looking very, very ready. They're calm, composed. They've got the home advantage. Do you think this is going to be a close call or a complete blowout? And I'm not saying in whose favor, because we have no idea yet. But
yes, it's going to be a tough one, Dan. And as you said, KCB has the 16th man. 16th man, that is a home crowd at the Den.
Yes. They do have the home crowd to their advantage and the grounds. There you have your officials. Duncan Kiyoko, who's going to be center referee. Godwin Karuga, a veteran in the game as AR1. And at AR2, we've got Victor Odwor. We wish our officials well, because there's a lot of tension and a lot riding on this match. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kenya Cup Semi-Finals 2024. On your screen, the starting lineup for KCB: Oscar Sorano, James Ocheng, Wilhite Mususi, Emmanuel Silungi, Andy Kolomolo, Martin Owila, Felix Ojo, Kolian Persian, Samuel Asati, Brian Wahinya, Festus Chiasi, Bob Muhati, Trevor Odawa, Mike Wamalwa, Darwin Mukiza, and the replacements on the bench, we've got Musila, Adero, Nyandat, Odwor, Waitere, Amunga, Onyala, and Namusasi. That is definitely a bomb squad.
Yes, you're going to Oilers. Yeah, Oilers. We have the Oilers where we have Francis Atiti, Celestine Boy, Deschiasa Ifeda, Ibrahim Ayo, the captain, Clinton Odhiambo, Nixon Ocheng, Crispin Shitundo, Samuel Were, Samson Onsomu, and then Abutwalibu Asonga, Belded Ogeta, Harold Ojango, Tyson Minor, John Okoth, Davis Nyaundi. On the replacements, we have Coleman Were, Kelvin Mukoyani, Eric Mihaso, Wallace Onyango. We have Musonye, Odero, Okech, and Mwaura. The coach is obviously Gibson Weru Kahutia.
There we go. We've got Gibu versus Kolago. The coaches go up against each other. Of course, they played together over the years many times. And, of course, at national team level as teammates. Ladies and gentlemen, our center referee about to kick things off. There we have Brian Wahinya with the kickoff. And we're off to the races.
Yeah, we're underway.
Not a very good start for the Oilers there. You can see first knock-on of the game, first touch of the game. You can see KCB already want to take advantage. They're trying to console themselves and calm down, just get into the flow of the game. However, let's see if KCB are going to take advantage of that first one, because that shows a lot of what we can predict for the duration of this game, the 80 minutes to follow.
Yes, and you can touch the tension, Dan. You can touch it.
It's
absolutely
palpable.
It's
you can cut it with a knife. If you look at the crowd, they're still not yet on their feet, but we can guarantee that they're going to be very loud in a few. Yeah.
Let's see how the scrum goes.
First breakdown of the game, and I can tell you this. It is very evident that the team that holds the breakdowns to the T is the team that is going to dominate a lot of this game. Excellent pass by Samuel Asati. And we have it, KCB going over the try. Oh, and it's saved. He denied him at the first try of the game. He saved it. Is the ref going to award it? But KCB are definitely on the onslaught. It's not been awarded. He's been denied that try.
Yes, we are.
Festus Shiasi, absolutely.
Just about a touchdown.
Oh, what a play. Absolutely fantastic. But amazing work coming in from Nyaundi there on the defensive line. Who knew? Who knew that is how intensely it would start? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a game on our hands. Gibson.
Yes, we do. And that one, everybody, KCB fans were like, should be a try. That should be a try. But what a defense, as you said earlier, from Menengai Oilers. So getting that under right now, they have the ball. Let's see how this one turns out. KCB has it now.
And it's a hard-hitting game. KCB not being able to get the gain line just there, but let's wait and see. Here they've gone all the way out on the wing. We can see that excellent switch from the second center coming out to the wing. Are they going to maintain possession in order to get ahead? And we can see here, you can see the passive aggression.
Holding onto the leg.
Holding onto the leg even after the whistle, just to see if he can get under his skin and not reacted one bit. Ladies and gentlemen, these two teams are definitely going at it at a higher level than we have seen in a long time. Lots of new players, younger players, new faces, but they're definitely showing the maturity and the competition that we desire to see at every level.
Yes, and KCB are wary. This is the team that beat us in the regular season, so we have to be very careful so that we don't underrate them. So let's go at them. Let's be on the front foot in the beginning.
Exactly, and you can definitely see there. Just look at the angle with which Felix Ojo on the open side flank is waiting for that ball to come out. He's going to launch immediately into that as soon as it comes out, because we can see the eighth man there trying to get the ball, and he's out. However, Samuel Asati was quick on that one. Good on the scrum half to take such initiative, because he's the small man on the pitch going up against one of the bigger ones. Definitely a lion-hearted there. They're in the red zone. Are they going to be able to capitalize on this? Because they already went over the try line the first time, but the try was not awarded. It was saved. Brian Wahinya letting that ball out. They're going into a slow grinding pace. They have to be patient. Felix Ojo going rather high. But it's looking good. It's not looking too bad just yet. Both teams maintaining intense composure. Brian Wahinya with a big handoff, setting down a tight head prop. My goodness.
Yeah, KCB still on the front foot, and Menengai Oilers on the defense.
KCB on the attack, but they fumbled that one, unfortunately. The ref has called it yet again. KCB still on the onslaught. Are they going to capitalize? What are they going to do? It's still the early minutes of the game within the first 4, and they're going for the post. I think that's a smart idea.
Yes, it is. Just hold it there. Hold it there until you get the try. Don't kick.
Get ahead in points first, and then figure it out from there.
Yeah.
You know? They don't want to keep you. They don't want to expend unnecessary energy just yet. You know, trying to get over the try line.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're going to have to play it smart. Darwin Mukidza, the smiling assassin. Let's see if he'll nail this one for KCB to get them on the scoreboard first. And he
Looks
does
good.
it. Darwin Mukidza, the smiling assassin, puts it over and between the sticks right at the beginning, within the first 5 minutes of the game. Not looking too bad. Current scores,
Should be KCB 3.
KCB 3, Oilers 0. Oilers with this kickoff, KCB shall be receiving. Kenyan international, Darwin Mukidza, former international rather.
Yes, and played well even in the seventh.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hoping to see a lot more from him, of course, as his alter ego, the smiling assassin. KCB with a good retrieve there, looking for the space, trying to gain ground. Samuel Asati under a bit of pressure for the box kick. Can he get it into space? It bounces. Excellent. Now we just wait for the chasers to come through, see if they can pile on the pressure. Menengai Oilers trying to maintain composure, going straight up. Excellent move. Managed to recover quite a bit of distance there. Menengai Oilers now going to be under pressure to be able to get this ball into the clear. Are they going to maintain it, maintain possession? Good strong run. And again, quick on the run, big strong run, good offload. Menengai Oilers showing some really, really good rugby at the moment. Composed, natural, calm. Who would have known that these young men would show such maturity at this level?
Yes, and they've decided to be patient. Just be patient with it, and it will come. It will finally come.
Yes,
They're down
sir.
3-0, and 6 minutes played, 21 seconds. Possession, Menengai Oilers.
KCB already decided how they're going to line up for this line out. We can see there Martin Owila, the number 2 jumper. Really good at the high ball. That position used to be held very solidly by, of course, KCB's former, now retired Kenyan international Oliver Mangeni. Spot has been taken over by yet another enforcer. But Oilers a little better on the line out there. And now they're in the rolling maul. Can they direct it over the line? KCB really have to be clever about this one because the Oilers are coming in strong. What is going to happen? KCB clamoring to try and find a sense of order, but Oilers are too good in this maul. The ball is moving very well. You can see there Samson Onsomu really governing the pack to try and get over the line, but KCB managed to get it down just before. They've got to get really low on this one. There's a bit of confusion and the referee has awarded Oilers the ball. You can see Onsomu there just being bullied a little bit by Felix Ojo. Ojo, of course, yet another enforcer, high work rate, not going to let anyone get one up on him, whether mentally or physically.
Yeah. That was quite a roll from Menengai Oilers.
You could see KCB clamoring just to get back. They kept getting lost. And with their
Where's the
decoy,
where's the ball?
where's the ball? It was always at the back, and there was decoy players trying to take them out. You could see it was very well thought out, and it's, you know, this exudes the temperament of their coach Gibson Weru, the trickery.
Yeah, and the fans, you can
the
see
deceptive nature. You can see the fans there.
Yeah, Menengai
They
Oilers
know.
fans.
Yeah, they know that they're on the precipice of this first try.
Yeah, there they go again.
Another rolling more. KCB have to be very clever about this one. They've got to get in. They cannot afford any infringements at this point. They're trying to get to the ball legally. They've gone over the line. Is the referee going to award it? You can see there James Ocheng not making it very clear to the referee that he's got a hand on it. But what they decide after this, already very intense.
Very, very intense.
Oilers showing exactly what they're made of to be in the KCB's half, actually at their try line, knocking at the door, just hoping to be able to force their way through. But KCB not wavering one bit. Brian Wahinya,
That
Kenya
possession
Sevens
right now.
International, going to try to clear this. Right now they have to get out of the red zone. That ball has bounced. they have the advantage. The chasers need to take over now and stop the ball where it is. If they let them through, it's going to be a difficult one. They've already shown that they're knocking at the door, expecting to be let in. Oilers, no longer a newbie team that they were once considered.
Yeah, and they're not taking it. They'll not take them lightly right now because they see they are already on the front foot, trying to level matters on the score sheet.
Exactly, trying to level matters at the score sheet. First 10 minutes of the game, still KCB Oilers at 0 apiece. Actually, KCB at 3 after the penalty that they were awarded.
Menengai kicking to level matters, perhaps. Looks good. Done.
I didn't see the flags go up.
Not good.
And he did not make it.
Yeah, not good.
So KCB here still in the lead, looking to capitalize. However, Menengai Oilers showing absolutely no regard for the level of experience that KCB display and putting on the pressure at every level. Let's see if they'll get over the half to put on more pressure. KCB now with a good chase now. The defense has already set in. Big Bob Muhati trying to rip the ball there for KCB. Not a very pacey run to take that ball into contact, more of just creation of a platform. You can see there Samson Onsomu calling in the next ball carrier, trying to create a platform. If Oilers continue to carry the ball that high, they are going to pay for it drastically. Felix Ojo would call that a freebie. Absolutely destroy you on a high with a tackle when you come in that high.
There they go again.
Box kick. Samson Onsomu trying to pile on the pressure. Samuel Asati, good reception. He sees the defender come up and doesn't pass the ball. However, there's too much pressure. Good pickup. Excellent. Let's see this big run coming in. KCB with support runners coming in. He should have offloaded it. However, he did well to create a platform. Let's see them go in for the second phase of this. Big hit. Excellent carry. Finds the positive of that carry. KCB consistently finding the gain line. Oilers seeming to have dwindled on their defensive knack. Samuel Asati with a grabber goes straight through, but the referee called it. KCB coming into character here.
And they seem to have weathered the tension and all that because the Menengai Oilers had come at them, carrying the ball very well. But right now, KCB just managing it right now to be on the front foot once again.
Absolutely. You can see KCB coming into character. Menengai Oilers showed flashes, are showing flashes of intense brilliance and pressure. The patience is absolutely phenomenal. However, this is looking, excellent move. That's exactly what you'd expect from a back row. Menengai Oilers managing to steal that one and now on the attack, on the onslaught. Can he open him up on the wing? Too much. Trying to drag him into touch. Unfortunate. KCB maintaining their defensive line really well. Felix Ojo trying to do what he does best there by sniping the ball. The tackle jackal was unsuccessful. Menengai Oilers continue to attack. That ball looked like it was held on ground, incidentally. Good pace and another massive hit. Menengai Oilers not playing around. You can see the Martin Owila hanging on for dear life. Not flinching. Good move by Martin Owila. That's just where experience gets you. Doesn't matter how hard you're hit or how far you're knocked down. You get back up.
That was a hard one.
That was a big hit. KCB showing what experience and maturity look like on the pitch. Menengai Oilers showing what young blood that thinks calm can do. Menengai Oilers picking up really good pace for every reception. You can see there, good pace A bit of a high carry, but Oscar Sorano did very well to chop him at the knees. Again, Felix Ojo, if they do not contain Felix Ojo at the breakdown, they're going to continually lose the ball at the breakdown. Oilers have to figure out a way to clear him out before he can get into his really low stance at the breakdown for the ruck, because once he does that, he hinges at the knees and the hips just right over the ball. He's definitely going to disrupt every single play. James Ochieng, for the line out for KCB, used to be a back row, has managed to find his way further up into the scrum, right at the middle at hooker. Played very, very well at club level and at national team level. He's had a few cracks at it. Great line out.
Good catch.
Good catch. Can they capitalize on this? Big hit yet again, sending them sideways. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Kenya Cup semi-final, KCB versus Menengai Oilers. Current scores, KCB 3, Oilers at 0. Oilers showing exactly what they're made of, not messing around. If you sleep, you lose. A bit of slack there, Sean. Gibson, what do you think so far? Where do you think this game is going? Because it's looking very tough for both teams at the moment.
Yes, it's a tight one, even though KCB are leading just a slim lead, but it's going to be very tough. We have played only 15 minutes, and we have more the first half to the end, and then the second half is going to be tight, very tight. No losing concentration. You have to keep your head, make sure that everything is at top level. If you lose concentration, then you lose it.
Absolutely, I agree with you 100%. Right now, you have to be able to keep your heads calm. The challenge that Menengai Oilers have here is the disadvantage of this not being their home ground. However, they do have their supporters here in plenty. You can see the stands set up just behind the try box. And that kick didn't go exactly the way he wanted it to, because here come Menengai Oilers flaming through. Oof! Another big hit. You can literally feel the contact through the screen and let alone hear it. Menengai Oilers on the attack once more. Good grubber kick. However, Samuel Asati there to disrupt it with his quick hands. Brian Wahinya with the clear. The ball finds space. The chasers need to come in and neutralize this. However, they've got also to field it because it's being sent right back, looking for touch, but right into the hands of Darwin Mukidza, who is very experienced at this. Quick footwork. You can see he's already lost 1, 2, 3 players. Is taken down by the 4th. And he was doing it with ease. Imagine if he's... Oh, great dummy and offload. Bob Muhati with the offload that didn't exactly find target and went into touch. That is a Menengai Oilers ball. Unfortunate for KCB, because they could have capitalized on that one, but...
Yeah, Mukiza there, very quick on his feet.
Very quick on his feet and made it look absolutely simple. Yeah. There it is once again. Bob Muhati with the offload that didn't find. He got contact. He was chopped just before he could offload the ball, and that distorted it. That was the disruption. It was a good low tackle. That ball was going to go to Felix Ojo, who was running off his left shoulder. And trust me, they still had one man on the outside. It could have gone KCB's way very easily, but Menengai Oilers doing well defensively to tackle low and hard every single time. Menengai Oilers about to set for another rolling maul, drew the defense in. They're on the attack once more. Good clear out at the ruck. Just as I said, they've got to be able to clear out the ruck quick enough, especially quicker than Felix Ojo can get there. Because he's going, look at him, watch him patiently, waiting for that opportunity, knows exactly when to leave it alone.
Yeah, as you said, they are quicker and releasing it right now. Menengai Oilers.
Absolutely. Menengai Oilers are releasing that ball real quick. Yeah. However, he's got a knee on the ground. He's got to be released. Yeah. Samson Onsomu releasing an almost flat pass. KCB need to finish those tackles because the Oilers are going to definitely take advantage. Good crash, clear out. However, the ball was interfered with. Oilers are not doing well to keep that ball, especially just as they got over the 22, or rather the 40. But you can see it there, the hit. But KCB doing what they do. Look at that. Felix Ojo, just as I said, You delay 1 second and he's over the ball. He's going to disrupt it every single time. Menengai Oilers need to figure that out.
KCB very disciplined in the defense, very disciplined.
Very, very. And you can tell that that's what they have, because every time that you've seen them kind of waver in their discipline at defense, they open it up completely. So they're going to have to maintain this for the full duration of this game. You know, where in the first 20 minutes of the game, KCB are still leading 3-0 to the Oilers. KCB with a good line out.
Back to Menengai.
Back to yet another set piece. Whoever continues to dominate the set pieces in this first half will set a platform for them to be able to go on into the second half with an advantage. Because, while the set pieces can be grueling, especially the scrums. The scrums are definitely grueling. They're going to take a lot out of these players, especially the forwards. KCB, presumably the heavier pack. We don't have exact numbers of their weights, but I can tell you this. KCB seem to have the heavier pack.
Look heavier.
However, it's about technique. Watch that good hold from the Menengai Oilers.
Ensemble looks on.
Good hold. Good hold. Look at the calm. Look at the stability. And as they begin to get more and more tired is when they begin to lift it. Samson Onsomu playing it out to the maximum. Just trying to tire out the other forwards a little bit more. Oh, big hits. Big hit. My goodness. Menengai Oilers.
Was it out?
Did it go into touch?
There we go. Ooh.
That replay. Absolutely fantastic from the open side winger for Menengai Oilers in jersey number 14, John Okoth, proving that if he wants, he can play either blind side, more physical at the wing, or on the open side. And either way, he's going to be a problem to contain. So they need to send someone either to cross cover or to begin to, figure out how to just mob him off the ball.
Yeah.
For lack of a better expression, just mob him. Not a good look to lose a ball in contact for KCB. Bob Muhati trying to catch his man off guard, chasing him down there. Menengai Oilers have been on the attack for quite a minute now. Felix Ojo trying to disrupt the ruck again. Don't know how many times I can say that before it gets old. Good tackle from James Ochieng. Catching a stray boot to the face. Unintentional, though. Good intercept. Jersey number 11 for KCB.
Someone in the pitch.
Festus Shiasi was about to break free. Just got caught. You can see that these wingers are just itching for high-octane rugby. So the longer the ball stays at the forwards, these guys just get agitated. So when they get it, watch this. Look at that. He was patient enough to watch. Shiasi got the ball. Oh. He just couldn't break away. Just couldn't break away in time from Ojango in jersey number 12. I mean, that was a good move. That was some good defense to keep him contained, but also excellent of Shiasi to be able to catch that ball in transition and make a break for it. He just wasn't able to release it in time. But here, Oilers have an opportunity. And it looks like we've got a substitution here, because we can see Kenya 7's captain,
Vincent
Onyala, coming onto the pitch early in the game from the bomb squad. So we don't know if it's a substitution or a blood bin. So there's a concussion there. We're just getting word that there's a concussion that occurred, and that's why Vincent Onyala has come onto the pitch a bit earlier. Menengai Oilers on the score sheet. They've equalized. It's now 3 apiece with 23 minutes into the game, going on 24.
And that's exactly what they were looking for, and they got it. The kick was good.
Straight down the middle. Yeah. It is so important right now for Oilers to maintain a manageable gap with KCB, considering the level of experience that they have. Because if KCB break away, they're going to use their experience to keep MENENGAI Oilers at a deficit.
Yeah.
Oilers cannot afford to be at a deficit. Any deficit right now for either team is going to be gruesome to pay. Considering the level of physicality is matched. You've seen that. At the scrum, they're matched. At the line-out, they're matched. This is turning out to be a tougher game than we expected. And I think you were right to say that it was going to be a close call as opposed to be a blowout.
Very close call, very close call. And MENENGAI Oilers making sure, as you said, they don't want to let it go. What
Not
they
at
do,
all.
we do it also.
What they do, we do it also. When you mimic and you imitate. Exactly. You mirror the other team, you keep up with them.
Yeah.
And it seems that they're doing that very, very well.
There we go again.
Brian Mahinya with the kickoff. MENENGAI Oilers received that pretty well, trying to take it up straight up. Boom! Massive hit on... wow! Massive hit on Mususi, who's a tight head, a loose head prop. He's a tight head prop.
Good reception.
Samuel Asati, good reception. National team, Kenya International. Wasn't able to offload that ball just yet. Looked like it was a bit of a forward pass. Actually, it was a knock-on, hence he's going in for yet another scrum. Fredo Lowe's on the sideline in a maroon T-shirt there. One of the more popular names in Kenyan development rugby. I remember serving under him for a short while when...
in your days of playing.
In my days of playing, and also when I was an age grade coach alongside one of the players that we managed that I was privileged enough to coach. Then jersey number 9 for the Oilers, Samson Onsomo. Am I giving away a bit too much about my age here?
And we're just 26 minutes in.
Okay.
You're not too old. You're
Not too old, not too old. Still got it.
I'm sure if you go back there, you can still really play.
With how some of these younger players are built these days, I don't know if... I think the problem is my mentality. Not physically, mentally. And here MENENGAI Oilers have an opportunity to yet get themselves ahead on the scoreboard, going in for another kick from further out. Let's see exactly what they'll be able to pull.
The right option, you think?
I think it's a wise option considering that they have confidence in their ability. Wesonga just setting it up right, seeing if he's going to launch this one. Does he have the aim? I know he probably has the distance. The tricky bit here is the aim.
Yeah, I think it's so far out.
Abu Twalib Wesonga for the kick. I wonder if he's fasting, considering it's the month of Ramadan. However, we do know that this is also an could be to his advantage. He's got the distance. He just hits the post. Oh my goodness! Ooh. And the ball is still in play. KCB have to get out of the red zone now.
Wow.
The ball finds space. That was so close.
Yeah, that was for a lead. So for 6-3.
That was for a lead. That was going in for the lead. Big tackles still coming in, even bigger carries. Clinton Othiambo was taken down. They're chopped at the knee. What I'm very pleased to see with this level of rugby is that there's a lot more low tackling than we've been used to seeing over the years. The referees must be absolutely ecstatic about that, because that proves that, you know, there's not going to be too many safety issues.
Absolutely. And the time I remember when watching the World Cup final, a lot of high tackles and all that, red cards.
Absolutely.
Sin bin.
Yes, especially from New Zealand.
Yes.
The All Blacks did, they showed us that things could go the other way. And KCB still piling on the pressure, looking to get themselves out of this dangerous place, because it seems that MENENGAI Oilers seem to have found a way to thrive in KCB's half.
Yeah, that right wing, especially.
That right wing, especially just over the 40.
Yeah.
They seem to be camping there. And if they camp there for long enough, we do know that they'll be able to open up some floodgates. That man there, in jersey number 15 for the MENENGAI Oilers, Mr. Davis Nyaundi, if he gets a hands on that ball and they do not contain him, we've seen what he can do in previous days, previous games throughout the season. He catches it, he finds a space, and he will exploit it. So
He's quick.
He's quick. They've absolutely got to be able to contain these guys. KCB with the scrum put in. I believe it's a KCB ball. You can see Samuel Asati there with the ball.
Yeah.
Just waiting for both sides to set up. And I must say that this is one of the better scrums that I've seen. Just look at how well they've set up. Look at how relaxed they are. Brian Wahinya, opportunity to find space. Lots of pressure into the hands of Odhiambo. He sets it straight up. A chase there. Who's going to get it? Darwin Mukidza making it look way too easy. The smiling assassin goes for the grubber. Interrupted, of course, caught the foot. KCB, they need to cover up this. Done well. Sending that ball through the dummy. Good pass all the way to the wing. That's exactly what we expect to see from a Sevens international. And into touch. Into touch. Big smile there from Menengai Oilers. You can see that they're definitely showing what they're made of. The physicality is evenly matched. So KCB are going to have to actually go above and beyond and not just rely on physicality. They're being shown that if you keep expending this energy, we've got as much gas, as much strength as you do. Yeah. Watch this. Look at that tussle. Yeah. As much as he tried to get a hand on him to send him off, he was pulled straight into touch.
Yeah, toe to toe.
Toe to toe. Pound for pound. KCB versus Menengai Oilers at the Lions Den, KCB Ruaraka. This is the Kenya Cup semi-finals. Current scores are 3 apiece. Whoa! Lots of furniture being sorted out there. Plenty of stools to sit on. However, if that is the biggest concern of any rugby player, this is not the sport for them. So you get hit, you just get straight back up.
Yeah. They say it's normal.
They say it's normal. You keep getting hit until you can't take anymore. This seems like it's going to be one of those games.
Very tight, very tight.
Great tackle coming in from Vincent Onyala, Kenya Sevens captain. I'm just remembering how the last major Kenya Sevens outing, Vincent Onyala spoke and said that South Africa better be ready for us. We're going to beat them. The level of confidence had everybody really nervous.
This is South Africa. You're
and
talking
he went
about.
And did it.
Yeah.
So just says a little bit about the level of experience he's acquired over the years, what type of person he is, and the confidence that he exudes. That's exactly what KCB need more of. But then again, we go back to just how Menengai Oilers are mirroring KCB down to the confidence, the tactic, pound for pound, hit for hit, run for run. They're going to make it very difficult for KCB at this point because 31 minutes in, we've got 9 minutes till this end of this first half, and they're still tied at 3 apiece. Who's going to cave first? You know what? Judging by what we've seen so far, who do you think is going to cave first, Gibson?
This is hard to call, very hard to call, because you've seen how Menengai Oilers have said, everything you do, we can do. They took the lead, KCB, threw a kick, and they got it level Oilers through a kick. So what do? We do it. Who is going to do it better? Let's see before the halftime.
Absolutely. Straight into touch for KCB. Weather looking a little like it's taking a rather drastic shift. Who knows? This might play to the advantage of KCB because they are used to playing here. This is their home turf.
Yeah.
If the weather does shift, we know whose favor it's going into. But then again, we can't expect or assume that the Oilers are going to give in that easy. They're already showing some stellar moves, some stellar character. Absolutely fantastic on all fronts so far. That throw was not straight. And we know that when it's not straight, it's turned over. KCB with their big front row. And I get the feeling that one of these teams is baiting the other into thinking that that's all they have at the moment. And then the second half, they come through and explode.
Something on the sleeve?
Exactly. They've got an ace up their sleeve. That's what I think. I think they've got one in the chamber.
Maybe. Let's see how it's going to be. We have just played 33 minutes, 7 to play before the halftime.
7 to play before halftime. Let's see what these 7 minutes can conjure up. Will either of them score the first try before this first half is over? Solid looking scrum. Samuel Asati just couldn't get that ball off the boots. Oh my goodness. And a knock on. So unfortunate. Kolian Persian's boot just clipped the ball as he was picking it up.
I hope he's not going to regret that.
There it is. Let's see. Kolian Persian. Asati giving him the look of, what are you doing, mates?
Just delayed boot.
Oh, man. He was trying to get his foot out of the way, but it got more in the way. So let's see. Menengai Oilers looking to punish. This is yet another set piece. Oilers need to punish KCB if they want a chance at this. A solid enough chance, because we've seen how the previous years have gone. And they managed to shove them a bit. They're trying to find the opening there. They're awarded that because they managed to wheel it. Great tactic. KCB being put under lots of pressure at the moment. And they're going for points yet again. Smart decision. Smart decision.
Yeah, going with the last kick that hit the post, I think they think that they can get another one.
Because now they're closer in. Now he's absolutely closer in.
Yeah.
Let's see exactly what he's going to do. Because I think he has it now.
Kicking for 6.
Kicking for 6. Abu Twalib Wesonga, fly half for Menengai Oilers. Can he put them in the lead with 5 minutes, 30 seconds to go in this first half? And it's good.
Looks good.
It's good. Menengai Oilers in the lead, courtesy of Abu Twalib Wesonga, the fly half. You can see the fans already going nuts.
Yeah, Menengai Oilers in numbers in Nairobi from Nakuru.
There it is. 4 minutes in this first half of this semi-final. This first semi-final. Let's wait and see if KCB are going to tolerate any of that. One thing I will never tire of seeing is the level of sportsmanship that both teams show. Every time, even helping up your opponents mid-game. Small things.
And that happens in rugby so much. I don't see it in other team sport like football.
You don't see it too much in soccer and the others. You see it from time to time, but in rugby it's consistent. I mean, think about it this way. If I'm going to hit you as hard as I'm going to hit you, I might as well help you up. Because I'm going to do it again. But I want to show you that it's not personal.
Yeah, it's just a sport.
Business.
Yeah,
it's just business. Nothing personal. However, we have seen instances where it does get personal.
Rarely, but
it does happen. It does happen. And with any full contact sport, it should be expected at some point.
This is extra contact. Extra contact.
Extra contact.
Yes.
Not just full.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I do agree with you on that. Having played the sport for quite a few years.
You received some of or many of these tackles, of course.
I've been on the receiving end and I've dished it out. So
in some measure.
If you dish it out, you better be ready to take it. Line out here for KCB. Nice. That was an excellent take. Right over the hands. Can KCB put themselves in the lead? He missed a step on the goose step there. Slightly ahead of himself. That ball not going to target just yet. Big tackle. Not being able to get over the gain line. And this is exactly what they need. They need to get over the gain line. They need to get closer to the try line. They need to capitalize before this first half closes. Or Oilers are just going to keep taking advantage because they're leading currently 6-3. Good hit. Oilers showing excellent defense. Very patient, very disciplined. Brian Wahinya finding the gap. With the offload, can he keep it? It just fumbles. Oh, my goodness.
They still have it.
They still have it. However, those little nuances that are not perfected and not executed to the T. They just teeter-totter on the edge of the razor blade. That is what is costing them. But I think here is their opportunity. They're going to go for points again to try and get themselves equal. And I said earlier, don't let the other team get ahead. If you have the opportunity to keep it at a tie, do so.
Yeah.
So that you can get into the lead easier.
They're going for a kick.
1 minute to go in this first half. Kenya Cup semi-finals here at KCB Lions Den in Ruaraka. KCB versus the MENENGAI Oilers. Oilers are leading 6-3. KCB's Darwin Mukidza, the smiling assassin, composing himself to see if he can equalize and get KCB into the second half at a tie. Right between the sticks, KCB come through. However,
does it look?
No, unfortunately, that was the crowd that set me off. The referee's flags did not go up.
Yeah, I didn't see the flag.
Yeah, and you can see from the look on Darwin Mukidza's face, there was no smile there.
Yeah.
But
that was close.
With that. That was close. I thought it went through.
He'll be so disappointed.
Oh, he's not happy. He's not happy. MENENGAI Oilers gonna look to go into the half leading. And for whatever it's worth psychologically, I guess this is their chest thump. Their first chest thump that they have the lead going into the half.
Yes. And I'm sure Coach Curtis Lago will have a lot to say to his team in the dressing room.
Something very interesting about Curtis Olago is that it's either he has a lot to say in the dressing room, or usually when it's really big games, he just chooses. Sometimes I've seen him just keep quiet and say, boys, gents, you know what to do.
Go do it.
Go do it. That's trust in your team.
Wow.
There's instances I've seen him do that. However, I don't know if that's exactly what he'll do now. If we could have an ear into the changing room to just hear what he would say at this moment, to be a fly on the wall, I'd give anything. But even better, even more than Curtis Olago, because I've had the privilege of being coached by him, I would love to hear what Gibson Weru says at halftime, tells his team. Because the MENENGAI Oilers are not here to play around. Godwin Karuga, assistant referee number 1 on the sideline, on the further sideline of the pitch, closer to the OB van where we are seated. 3-man line out, done very well, taken very quick. They're trying to set up another rolling maul. And you know what would be absolutely hilarious of this is for that rolling maul to move all the way to the try box right now. Then again, maybe that was a bit of a far-fetched. Oh, it was far-fetched. Yeah. Ball ripped straight through. KCB on the attack once again. Samuel Asati going up against his counterpart number 9, Samson Onsomu. It's a Sam versus Sam situation there. KCB on the attack one more time. Ball coming out. Bob Muhati didn't get a hand on it just yet. I'd give anything to watch Bob Muhati get brought into this game for what he's known for. Big bad Bob Muhati bulldozing through. That's what I would love to see right now. But there we have it. The Kenya Sevens international. Vincent Onyala trying to go over the line and he gets it. Looks good. KCB are going into the half in the lead. Oh my goodness, they couldn't be happier. And he came into the game just at the right time to do what he does best. He saw the gap and he didn't leave it. One of the more deceptive players that we've seen in Kenya over the years. Watch this on the replay screen. He just pinned his ears back and went all the way for it. Did not mistake anything. Every step was 100% sure and he knew what he wanted. There's the smile that we've been waiting for from Darwin Mukidza. KCB in the lead. Current scores 8-6. KCB leading by 2 points. Can they convert it going into the half?
Is it 10?
Waiting to see the conversion.
86.
Did they convert it? Waiting for the conversion. It's a tricky corner.
Yeah.
But it's still very doable. I've seen this done multiple times over the years by Darwin Mukidza. Try by Vincent Onyala. Current scores 8-6 on your screens to MENENGAI Oilers at halftime. Waiting for the conversion to see if they can make this 10.
How's the conversion?
Okay. Conversion not good as we go into the half, ladies and gentlemen, of this semi-final of the Kenya Cup 2024 between KCB and the MENENGAI OILERS.
And I think MENENGAI OILERS will be disappointed having thrown away the lead just at the death of the half.
Absolutely, I'd be gutted as well, because that's the mental real estate you want in their heads going into the half, that you know what, we've got one up on you at your place, in your house. I've got one up on you. That's the mental real estate that you want to take up to try and destabilize them going into the second half.
Yes, but they're not far off, only 2 points behind. Let's see how the second half will be. And we are back for the second half. Is the Kenya Cup semi-final between MENENGAI Oilers and KCB. And we are at the Ruaraka grounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the commentary booth, my name is Dan Othieno alongside
Gibson Older.
Yes, and we've gone back into this second half. KCB in the lead with the first try of the game at 8. Unable to convert that last try by Vincent Onyala to MENENGAI Oilers 6. Looking very tough. They've switched sides. Could this be a one? It's not going to be a one-sided game. They're only 2 points apart.
Yeah, 2 only.
However, MENENGAI Oilers also showing what they're made of in this Kenya Cup semis. Rightly so. They have done well to get this far. They've always been a tough contender for KCB, having issued them a few upsets.
Yeah,
and one upset in particular earlier in the regular season.
Absolutely. And some news that we are receiving from Kakamega.
Some news, yes.
Cabras leading by 15-6, leading the Nondis.
Leading Nondis 15-6. That's a 9-point lead.
Yeah.
Not bad for Nondis, considering where they've come from, because they've also shown some pretty stellar work over the season, with key players standing out. One in particular, a former teammate of mine. Of course, I'm not going to mention just yet.
Yeah.
But I think then I'll give away exactly which team I played for. No, not just yet. But what we're going to definitely do is keep you updated on the goings-on on the other semi-final in Kakamega, who are also going back in for their second half about now. But right here, right now, at KCB Ruaraka, the Lions' Den, MENENGAI Oilers kicking off for the second half of this game, and they're off. KCB with a good retrieve. How are they going to play this one going into the second half? Samuel Asati with that ball all the way out. Good kick. Will it find space? Fielded very well. Shifting the pressure. He has the pace. Is he going to get through? He offloads it just in time. Oh, MENENGAI Oilers on the stampede. However, he just couldn't get away. One foot was tapped there. Samson Onsomu with a near flat pass. Oof. Could have been potential for an absolutely fantastic pickup. However, MENENGAI Oilers, good move. Just behind the defensive line, but the referee has called it. KCB being put under pressure early in this second half yet again. Yeah. MENENGAI Oilers always come out of they always get off the blocks really hot. And then KCB's composure comes into play. But can they maintain that same pattern throughout the second half? If they do replicate the exact same pattern through this second half, I think KCB have it. However, if MENENGAI Oilers maintain their pace of being able to keep up and mirror KCB, what's going to happen is that it's going to end up being very close, or one team is going to give in at some point. However, think about the players that are impact, that are going to come off the bench for both teams. We've still got Griffin Musila on the bench for KCB.
Yes.
Right? We've still got plenty of players on the bench for Oilers.
Kick looks good.
Kick is good.
Yeah, looks good.
MENENGAI Oilers back in the lead with another 3. That is now 9-8. I'm telling you, they're just going to keep toe-to-toe. They're just going to keep replicating this. It's going to be... I was going to say this is going to be a 2-horse race, and of course it's only 2 teams.
And I can imagine what Coach Gibson would have told his team in the halftime break, that just the way we started the first half, let's go in and start the second half the same way, on the front foot.
On the front foot, keeping the pressure on, and they're managing to do that really well. I do think you're rather accurate with that one, because it's definitely the most logical way to go. But KCB are also very good at picking up the little errors. And you can't even say that they're schoolboy errors. These are just genuine errors that occur in a game with such high pressure. And both teams have shown really good character so far. Griffin Musila, who's coming onto the pitch. You can see him trying to get onto the pitch there. And I think he's going to come on at hooker for James Ochieng. They're just trying to keep their players fresh. And I think that's what I can say I've seen is a South African tactic. Because the Springboks usually do that. They keep their players fresh. So you don't wait for your players to burn out. You just wait for them. The minute they begin to slow down a little bit, you bring them off. You don't have to play them to exhaustion. Yeah. And KCB, good pace there. Samuel Asati doing really well to maintain agility and presence of mind to just jump over the player at the same time, catch and offload the ball. Griffin Musila with his first touch on the ball in play. Oscar Sorano, big man running. However, chopped at the knees. Samson Onsomu has hands on the ball, but is being roughed up. There, the psychological warfare continues. You just show him that, you know what?
He just lifted him up.
He just lifted him up. Absolutely. There it is. Big run. However, excellent tackle from the fly half. You don't see fly halves. Look, there it is. Get over there. Get away. And you could see him basically asking, what's going on? Why? What's wrong? And that's how you, again, I say, like I said in the first half, that mental real estate is what you want. And you do anything to get that front foot. Yeah. And here they're going for points again. And I love the way this game is being played. The tact, the maturity, the decision making. And
that should be going in.
This is a pretty decent one for Mukidza. However, we don't want to assume. You can see there's SNC coach just trying to show him the direction of the wind, not taking any chances. And it's good. There it is. It's good. Back in the lead, 11-9. In a 4-minute span, they've transitioned leads.
Yes.
One apiece. And it's going to be like that throughout the game. I think that we deserve that. We deserve that for a cracker of a game.
Yes, absolutely. To the end of it, to the last minute.
To the last minute. Ladies and gentlemen, please continue watching because this is a game that is going to go down in history books before we hit the final that is definitely going to be played in Kakamega next weekend.
Yeah, Dan, are you saying that Cabras will definitely win it there in Kakamega?
That was a rather rash assumption. Rash assumption. It's a rather rash.
Nondis might cause an upset, maybe.
We are hoping for something rather exciting, but we can't say what because we are neither watching the game, but we are getting news of what's going on that end. Brian Wahinya just trying to stop the ball with his feet, however, it went through. And up for another line out. These set pieces have been absolutely stellar. I'm enjoying every bit of this game, considering that it's being played at a very mature pace. You've noticed the change in pace of the game at every level from every player. They know when to step it up at every chance and when to slow it down. And I especially must commend the MENENGAI OILERS, being the younger team and the less experienced team, who have continually held KCB to book at every play, toe-to-toe. Just like you've said, it's pound for pound. Can they throw this one straight? They've got it. And again, with that rolling maul that is absolutely pestering to KCB because they're doing it so well. You can see KCB's Martin Owila trying to just interfere with that maul as much as possible, sticking to his job description as a back row and being an absolute nuisance, just like Felix Ojo is. And you can see Felix Ojo just standing there on the side, not overloading the maul, right? So that he can play a very tactical defensive angle. And when he needs to get into it, he needs to get into it. Just like that. You don't force it when it's not there. They need to get a bit lower. And the ball is out. Samson Onsomu has dished it out. Let's see if they can keep this one alive for the MENENGAI OILERS because they're going to try go over the line in just a bit if they can get this break. However, the tackles are still solid. Samuel Asante not backing down one bit. Another big hit there. I keep saying, get Ojo out of the way. And every single time they delay, this man's character steps into play. Playing ball on ground, again, with the turnover. Just like I said, the back rows are sticking to their job description and being an absolute nuisance. That man there, they need to be able to get him out of the way when that ball goes to ground. If they don't, they will never win it.
He's been key for KCB.
He's been key for KCB with his work rate, his maturity, his tact, his skill level. But here we are. Did we see a foot in touch? Yeah. Yes, there was a foot in touch. Didn't seem to hear the whistle. That was white line fever. He had already charted his path to the try line. Yeah. Griffin Musila ready to throw in the line out for KCB. Very well taken. And the box kick. Can they chase? Very good chase. The speed. Oh, he stepped off the gas. Of course, the precaution had to be taken because if you beat that one man, the second man has a lot more pressure to handle, considering that they're on the back foot.
Yeah.
Nice and slow. That was clearly just setting up a breakdown.
And Dan, we've not seen any sub from MENENGAI OILERS so far.
They haven't subbed just yet, and I think it's a different tactic. Not necessarily trying to play players to exhaustion. It's more of Samuel Asante with the foresight to just come all the way back in for that kick instead of forcing his player to turn around unnecessarily. Oscar Sorano, the man who had just taken the big break, good offload from a big man. Felix Ojo doing well to retain the ball. Samuel Asati looking for the next runner off the ball. However, that has been taken. It's a knock-on. The referee has called it in favor of KCB. There was an infringement just before that play. However, that hit in the ruck seems to have taken out. There it is, one more time. There it is, boom. Caught Darwin Mukidza's shoulder. And it's Darwin Mukidza who is taking this kick. He's not the one down taking a knee at the moment. Mike Shamia in the white t-shirt, SNC, who's bringing on the tee. Doing very well to just let the players do what they do and not trying to bark too many instructions and confuse them or disrupt them, because when you speak it's at halftime, and from there the management let the players just do their thing. And I think that's a level of trust that is cultivated over years of success and hard work.
Absolutely. That's good.
Darwin Mukidza with that golden boot over one more time.
That is for 14-9.
14-9. 14-9. KCB doing well to get themselves ahead yet again.
Is it getting away from them, Oilers?
Too early to say. Too early to say. I don't want to go ahead and make another rash comment.
Just 9 minutes in.
Just 9 minutes in, because this game can go any way, just as can any. Kickoff for Menengai Oilers. Sent it rather deep. Good chase. Can they pile on the pressure? The pressure is on, yes, but he got it away, got off the boot into space. One good high bounce. He's taking it up the middle. He's opted for contact. Another big hit. Martin Owila doing very well to get low and disrupt that ruck just a little bit. However, it was not awarded in KCB's favor. There it is. Big hit. Did well to hold on to him. He got the positive, however, he did not get away completely. And they're going for yet another pretty decent distance. Just over the half, about 40 yards in. Do you think that this game is going to have many more tries, or are they just trying to play it safe?
We've already seen only one try so far, Vincent Onyala, just before the halftime. All the others have been kicks.
Butwali Bwesonga lining himself up to slot this one home, to try and keep up with KCB Lions. The Oilers trying to slick their way back into this. That was a good kick. Excellent distance and through. He slotted it home. You can see the body language of KCB, like, what in the world is this? How does he continually do this?
And you said it was 40 yards, like 40 yards away.
Just over the half. Just a little bit more than 40 yards. Just a tiny bit over 40 yards in, and it's looking good for them so far.
Yeah, there we are. The scores: KCB 14, Oilers we have 12. 2 points gap done. 2
point gap. They're maintaining it. It's being kept very, very controlled. And let me tell you, Gibson, I think one of the things that we have to appreciate about this game is that it's being played by two teams that have quite a serious age gap, level of experience between them. The gap of experience between the two is pretty decent. However, the level of maturity being shown by the Oilers, the pace with which they're playing with, the control, that has to be commended. KCB, again, with that fantastic line out. They're never missing. Now they're going in for the maul. KCB trying to barrel over. They've gotten that one away. Big Bob Muhati. I love watching this guy run. He is a juggernaut. size of a prop, playing at center, nightmare for any defense. I think going further into this second half, they're going to use him more. But Oilers, then again, you can see the Oilers trying to replicate the same disruption at the breakdown that KCB have been replicating throughout the game.
Yes, and they have the turnover. Scrum, Menengai Oilers. Scores KCB 14, Oilers 12, 53 minutes played, just 13 into the second half.
On your screen, Samson Onsomu. For this particular match, he is not captain, although he definitely plays a very key leadership role. For the Menengai Oilers, started his rugby days at Impala RFC.
Who are back in the league, I understand.
Who are back in the Kenya Cup.
Yeah.
Of course, doing very well to overcome Masinde Muliro in Kakamega to get themselves back in Kenya Cup. I saw a tweet earlier that now that, and I think this is pure banter, now that Kenya Cup, now that Impala are back in Kenya Cup,
yes,
we can expect to see a lot more of Samuel Liech. Not me, not said by me. That was one of the things that I've seen online on Twitter. But of course, the banter continues at every level.
Yeah.
And they do have something to smile about. Masinde Muliro also doing very well to go up against Impala at that level to get themselves a spot. Ball into touch. Menengai Oilers doing well to get themselves back in KCB's half. And you can tell that throughout this game, Oilers have done very well to keep themselves out of their own half so far. They've only conceded one try, the only try of the game. Will they be able to consolidate for as long as they're keeping themselves in KCB's half? They need to be able to capitalize and convert it into not just points on the board, but I think a try would be nice to see from them.
Yes,
then they can also, KCB disrupting, they've won the line out.
Yeah.
They've taken it away. You can see that ball is going to try and find distance. However, Darwin Mukidza does well to keep his composure. Vincent Onyala, Kenya Sevens International, kicking it into space. He's found a good bounce. Can he catch it? That ball is almost getting away. They need to be able to get this one. Is that ball going to be played on ground? The referee has not called it. It's not been played on ground. It's actually pretty solid. They have space on the outside. Trying to take him into touch. Does well to let the ball loose. You can see then jersey number 20, Peter Waitere coming in off the bench, part of the bomb squad. And you can tell that KCB have a very solid bench. Because now all the changes that are being made, this is the first team that you would have expected to see. So in the second half, just as you think you know their rhythm, they come in and step up the tempo and change it with a little bit more experience that comes into play as this other team gets tired. In jersey number 8 for the Menengai Oilers, Elkins Musonye, a former Harlequin, and before that, a former Strathmore Leo. I had the privilege of playing with him at the Strathmore Leos and against him when he was at Western Bulls in Kakamega.
Okay.
A very, very tough player, but also very skillful, incredibly fit and agile. Let's see if he can make a bigger difference for the Oilers in this second half as they trail by 2 points, 14-12 against KCB. Good run, picked up by Bob Muhati. Does well to retain it. Onyala in jersey number 27. Just getting caught, manages to let it go. Oh, bounced off Samuel Asati's head. Not too much communication. Good chase down. And the pressure is on. Can he score another one? Bob Muhati trying to go over, but he doesn't get to it just yet. Oilers do well to interrupt and just get back. Everyone was clamoring back, and that ball was loose. However, KCB maintained possession. Peter Waitere looking to go for a quick one. There it is. Watch. Bob Muhati just couldn't get to it in time. You can see the fatigue beginning to kick in as players sprawl themselves and hold their knees. That was a bit of a knock to, I think he was a bit winded, not necessarily tired yet. You can see no signs of fatigue just yet. Actually, they're beginning to check in. Players are beginning to hold their knees, breathe a bit harder, take longer rests. But KCB look fresh because look at them. They're all upright. Everyone is, because they're playing a certain game. Yeah, they're not over-exerting themselves. They're using the points when they should. They're going to ground, not trying to stay up, using unnecessary energy when they know that they have an opportunity to set a platform and just create space for the runners coming off the shoulder. The scrum half now has to be on point and spot the gaps. There's that near try, however, good save. And I think, there it is. When Bob Muhati lands on you, you're winded. You're winded.
And I think KCB is turning on the screw right now.
They're turning, exactly. They've got the dagger in the ribs. Now they're twisting it. Yeah. And I think that's what they're going to keep doing. But that was an unfortunate fall. Bob Muhati falls on you. He's what, 100 and about 120 kgs that can move like that at that pace at number 12.
That is big.
That is Fijian standards of a backline. That is a Fijian standard backline. Pacific Islander, the Samoans, the Tongans, the Fijians, they're the ones who have backline players who are 110, 120 kgs, 130 Tuilagi brothers coming at you at the backline. Imagine that. So let's hope to see more of him getting off the ball, making those big runs, crashing in at number 12. And one thing that I'd like to see going forward in the seasons to come as he matures and as he gets older is him maybe developing a kicking game to be the perfect second 5'8". Because imagine, that's like Ma'anonu. You'd have a player who can run the ball, who can pass the ball, and who can kick the ball at second 5'8". That's a lot of pressure taken off the number 10 and an asset to absolutely any team.
Absolutely. Is the player okay?
That was a tough one. I think it's time for him to call it. There's no point in going too hard, especially when they've got other players on the bench who are ready to step up and take the mantle. Yeah. Wise decision. It was very difficult back in the day to see younger players want to come off the pitch because it kind of signified that, you know what, maybe I don't want the seniors to think that I'm soft. I don't want to lose my position on the team. And we're always trying to prove something. But the game has morphed and it's evolved and it's changed and it's grown. And you can see that even by the level of scrummaging like this. Watch that. Look at the stability. Look at how solid that is. Samuel Asati finding the man off the ball. Oh, big Bob Muhati with a hit. Just trying to go over the ball, so over the line. And there we have it, second try for KCB. Can we get... Oh, it is not awarded. It was a knock-on. You can see the referee awarding the knock-on. My goodness. Disappointment for KCB. But you know what? The smile on Ibrahim Ayo's face that they did not score that. Captain for Menengai Oilers. Oh, the knock-on. Yeah, unfortunate. Unfortunate. Captain Ibrahim Ayo at second row. Definitely vocal. Menengai Oilers in their red zone. They have to get out of this in one piece because if KCB continue to extend this lead, they will find a way of holding them at a lock. If they lock them in the deficit zone of the scores, they definitely have this. But the thing is, they cannot get comfortable because the Menengai Oilers have extreme pace and they've got the physicality to match. Trying to get out of the red zone. Samson Onsomu sending it into space. '60th minute. This is usually where things turn around. Yeah. This is usually where things comes in. Fatigue begins to set in. Lactic acid builds in the muscles. The soreness. You're not getting enough oxygen, or you're not. Something is happening at this point, and you can see there. Menengai Oilers want to make a change, a substitution. So the substitution is looking to come in at the line out. Can KCB continue to maintain their near perfect record at the line out and steal yet another one from the Menengai Oilers? Or are Oilers going to trick them on this? They just went up faster. It's good this time. And they tried to suck it down.
They maintain possession?
They maintain possession. That was an illegal takedown. And actually, the tactic for being able to pull down the man at the line-out is absolute timing. If you have your timing down to a T, the referee will almost never call it. If it's a fraction of a second off and the referee is paying attention to it, you're gone. And I think the harshness of having played in a final with Godwin Karuga as center referee really forced us back in the day to be on point, because he paid attention to every single detail, and he explains to you why, and that is why he's such a good referee. But for him to be on as come in as an assistant ref shows that other officials are taking up the mantle and being very, very vigilant right now. Again, that very irritating rolling ball. The ball dropped. Griffin Musila ready to just step on the gas. That maul was put under a lot of pressure. I think they got a bit excited and let it drop. Those are the errors that we're speaking about. But I think we can count the number of errors made in this particular match by both teams. Yeah, and I don't think they're yet at 10. That's the level of rugby that we're playing at. So imagine what the final will be, whoever meets.
It will be intense. It will be intense. But looking at it right now, Menengai Oilers looks like a little bit letting it off. Concentration, especially in the lineouts. Been losing to KCB most of the time.
Yes. And they're going to have to step that up. Samuel Asati sending it. However, Abu Twaib. Wesonga's also been a key part, a key player for the Menengai Oilers, has maintained his composure, and it's so comforting to see the game grow to a point where you know that this player is really young, but they're playing like a vet. They have the level of experience, they've got the composure, the patience, the clarity, presence of mind. All these are key things that you can see, or if you did watch back in the day, Gibson Weru play, he's definitely passed on these traits to a lot of his backline players, especially
very efficient.
the 10.
He was very efficient.
Very, very efficient.
Not very quick, but very efficient.
Never very quick, not very physical, but extremely efficient and very clever at every point of the game.
Yeah. You've seen KCB's lineup, very good. Lost it.
They lost it. That intercept, was it not knocked back? It was knocked forward, yes. It was knocked forward. However, you do see the hunger that the Oilers are displaying right now. Not willing to relent at any level. Here it is on your screens once again, that pass. Oh, and he dove for it. He was going. He was going. He had all intent on catching it. However, you can also feign the intention to catch it and just disrupt. I say that not to insult the intelligence of these players in the least, because these are very clever players. We've seen it throughout the game.
Yeah.
Less than 10 mistakes?
Very less mistakes you've seen.
Minimal mistakes, minimal errors, which makes for a fantastic game. Genuinely, I'm enjoying this game.
As expected, we expected it to be tight. All to the down the wire, 64 minutes played. KCB 14, Oilers 12.
You can see the crowd beginning to get on the edge of their seats because it's only 2 points. It's only 2 points. Managed to retain that line out, however. Peter Waitere looking for the disruption. Menengai Oilers under slight pressure. Samuel Asati dashing in to be a nuisance. And there he is. You've got to hand it to him. He knows exactly when to run in and be a nuisance, just for the opportunistic novelty of the game.
If you make a mistake, he's there to capitalize it.
Absolutely, and I think that is exactly where KCB are thriving. Yet another scrum, however, in favor of the Menengai Oilers. Again, the quality of these scrums is something to write home about. I hope this is remembered. Top notch, absolutely. And this is exactly why these two teams are at this level.
They have the try.
Oh, penalty try. One more look at it. Samuel Asati with his foot right there. And Samuel Asati with the try. I'm telling you, this young man, every time, just when I said it, he did it. He knows exactly when to be opportunistic.
I can see the referee.
They consult. Let them consult. Let them consult.
Not trying.
Let's see what the final decision is. Try awarded. Oh, was that try awarded or ball?
Try awarded?
Okay, he's got his hand raised, but it's in favor of Menengai Oilers. They denied them that try. However, it was a very good attempt by Samuel Asati. You can see where you have to contain this scrum half. You see where you have to contain him.
As you said earlier, he waits just for any slight mistake, capitalizes it, and that's what it's again.
Absolutely. It's like he moves in hyperdrive. KCB on the attack again, trying to get into the red zone. You can see their composure. They're just trying to take this nice slow hit. It's going to the back line now. They're looking for the speed. Darwin Mukidza looking for the space. Caught by Elkins Musonye and just put over on the other side. Oilers trying to disrupt this one. Samuel Asati needs to get away with it. You can see there Oscar Sorano being the enforcer. This ball has gone all the way wide to the wing. Jacob Ojo. Boom. Doing what he does best with his work rate, trying to create the correct kind of platform for his team to get a foot forward. Another one. Elkins Musonye trying to replicate now what Ojo has been doing. Good dummy. He's trying to find the space. He's been caught. They need to cover this one. This is now the fourth phase. If KCB managed to get sixth phase, looking for maybe 3 or 4 more phases in the hopes that Menengai Oilers defense will perforate. And you can see the pace with which KCB are playing with. It's maturity. They're sure of what they're doing. There we go. My goodness. Vincent Onyala trying to get away for another one. However, the referee has caught him. There was a mishandling of the ball, infringement then. You can see the frustration of Vincent Onyala there. It was the white line fever that creates that level of frustration. The number of times that rugby players will catch white line fever, and it's the ground that catches the brunt of it. That massive thump, when you slam your fist into the ground, that frustration is unlike anything else, because all you could see, you could smell the chalk at the try line.
KCB have a little bit, the pace has gone a little bit higher from them.
They've stepped up the pace, definitely, yes. And I think this is now when they're trying to capitalize on that. However, Menengai Oilers are not letting them through that easy, and they're also looking to make substitutes now. So I think, let's see how it goes. Let's see this line out. Very good take by the Oilers. Was not straight. The throw was not straight, called by Godwin Karuga. Ball has been awarded to KCB, who are going in yet for another scrum down. And you can see both teams being very, very wise at their scrum downs, not overexerting themselves, just holding it at a lock, because they know they need to conserve their energy for the rest of the game, for more open play, for more continuity. Because once the forwards are gassed, the backs can only do so much. Then that means that they have to come into the breakdowns a lot more, meaning that they have less men on the outside. So KCB are doing very well to manage their load right now by taking these scrums very tactically. They're not trying to go straight over because they're too far out. Anything other than that would be an oversight. Because what if it goes wrong and then you're gassed and then the other team have the advantage? So they're doing well that shows their level of experience. But then again, Menengai Oilers using their IQ and not trying to match absolutely everything. They're mirroring instead. They're not trying to match the pace. They're not trying to match the physicality. They're mirroring the tactics. Yeah. And that's where you can see that game IQ steps into play. Darwin Mukidza with that ball all the way to the wing. Unfortunately, could not get a hand on it. Master Shiasi, not necessarily his day. Ball sent, retrieved very well, trying to shift direction and take it to the far end of the pitch. Musila, that looked a bit high, had him in a bit of a headlock. The referee doing well to notice that it was not too dangerous. and maintains continuity. Menengai Oilers looking to capitalize now. They're trying to find that camping spot that they've had in KCB's half for most of the game, actually. He sends it to boot. It's gone high as opposed to behind and turning the defenders. Vincent Onyala retrieves the ball and sends his man to the ground. Get down. Get off me, son. You can see the little bit of that little bit of mental real estate that you're trying to buy in your opponent's head. And players who have played on the international stage, Vincent Onyala is not acknowledging it in the least. It's the least of his worries. Yes. He's already sent his message several times, and he's going to keep doing it. You can see from his body language that he's now marshalling the back line.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's step it up again, into the next gear every single time, because they understand this is a younger, probably faster team. So they're playing with experience, and if they bring their intensity up gradually throughout the game, it only means that Menengai Oilers have only so much to give. They're not letting them have, if I come at you 120%, you know you have to come at me 120%. But if you don't know what percentage I'm coming at you at, you don't know what to give. Whether you give too much and overshoot, or if you give too little and I'll run you over. So that's exactly the kind of game they're playing. It's teeter-tottering between the both. KCB win that line out yet again. And that's where they're dominating. Excellent takeout by Peter Waitere on the ruck. Good bounce for KCB. That ball goes into touch, and now we have a game on our hands. Can they sniff the try line? You can see Griffin Musila wasting no time to get to that ball in the least. They're going to set up this line out. Are they going to maul it, or do they have something up their sleeve? KCB's decision as they briefly consult. It would be nice to see one of those trick plays that we usually catch highlights on all over the world in international rugby right here. Because I do know, Kenya, we do have quite a few trick plays. It's just that, are they willing to take the risk and pull it off now?
Like you just go without your opponent knowing what you're going to do.
Yeah. So KCB...
What was the consultation again?
The consultation was, I think, for the play that they would use off this particular set piece in the line-out. Are they going to maul it? Are they going to go for a trick play? Are they going to overshoot it for a runner? If you do see the forwards come out, they're probably going to try and overshoot it for a runner. However, they do have Bob Muhati in the line. If he takes the right angle and that ball comes at the right distance, he could go straight over the line. Just a few of the possibilities that could occur at this particular breakdown, considering that they're now in the red zone. They have to be able to capitalize on this. Felix Ojo going in for the lift. And there we have it. Menengai Oilers doing well to read that, mirror the exact play, and intercepted that one. Disruption. KCB denied that opportunity at the try line. Now they have to play it safe. And you can see them playing it safe, knowing exactly what they're going in for. Going in for contact. We're going to set a breakdown so that we can give our fly half a chance to boot it all the way out. However, Samuel Asati, a.k.a. Tintin, with that great take and a pass, going out to Darwin Mukidza. He's found Vincent Onyala with the switch at Shiasi. Shiasi taken down, but they're back in the breakdown. They're going to retain this play. Samuel Asati has done well to get there. However, it does seem like there's an obstruction. The ball being awarded to the Menengai Oilers. KCB seem to be getting a little bit more frustrated with each play here. However, if the Menengai Oilers don't capitalize now with 5 minutes to go in this game, that is it. But for KCB, it is also really, really close. If they concede at this particular point, it's just that much more pressure on them at home.
Yeah, especially if it will be a try. That will be so disappointing for them, that because we'll be looking at 17-14.
17-14,
yes.
If it's converted, goes to 19. And they'll have to fight that back.
Yeah. With 4 minutes to play.
With 4 minutes to play. However, another option could be if they go for points again. If an infringement is caused at this particular point and they go for points, there'll be one up. And that one could be the determining factor. Whether you win by 1 or you win by 10, you won.
15. We're talking about 15-14.
15-14. Good hit and spin. You can see the skill level and some flashiness coming up here. of course, born out of necessity. Peter Waitere doing well to grab his man and take him to ground. KCB's defense stepping up. There's a bit of a dogleg in the attack, and that is exactly where Menengai Oilers are capitalizing. Whether you're trying to smack the ball out, ball awarded to the Menengai Oilers. KCB under pressure, camping in their half. Vincent Onyala is absolutely frustrated because now they're going for points. The infringement that I was talking about.
Yeah.
These are the errors that they cannot afford at this particular point. With 3 minutes to go, referee has made it very clear that you release the ball when on ground. And my goodness, this game is a tight one.
Very tight as expected.
Very tight as expected. I'm glad that it's been this level of exciting. Can the Oilers bring themselves back into this one and take themselves to the Kenya Cup finals, disappoint KCB? Or will KCB continue to pile on the pressure just 2 points with a 2-point lead? Let's see if Menengai Oilers can convert this one.
Wasonga kicking.
Tony Okech just misses it. The flags
No,
did not
misses
go
it.
up. The flags did not go up. KCB still have a chance at this. Tony Okech not letting himself be fazed by that one. It was a good strike. It had the distance. It just didn't have the direction. The wind right now, also with the change of weather, is also what I was speaking about. And maybe he didn't take that into consideration because it came wide to the right. KCB with the chase. Menengai Oilers, Okech again with a high ball. He's kicked it high. They're looking for the retrieval. Samuel Asati goes up for it. However, it just misses him. It's KCB's ball. They didn't manage to get a hand on it. It was knocked on.
Will Menengai Oilers regret that kick?
If it doesn't go their way, it's going to haunt
Yes, because
the rest of his life. He's going to haunt him for a little while, but does he have the character to come back next season even stronger? Look at me already thinking about next season when this is what matters. But I mean, considering he's such a young player, he's got plenty more seasons to go. If he stays healthy and he does the right thing, that kick could potentially haunt him in the right direction to get better, you know? One minute of regulation time to go. Actually, more like 45 seconds of regulation time to go. KCB are leading 14-12 to the Menengai Oilers from Nakuru. And as you predicted, it is a close one, Gibson. It is a very close one.
Very close.
Very, very close. But I love the control. This game has been played with absolute class by both sides. The control, the pace, the maturity. These teams know what they're doing. I hope whichever team wins the final in Kakamega, wins the semi-final in Kakamega, understands exactly what they're going to go up against. Good take by Menengai Oilers, trying to get themselves out of the danger zone. Good hit. Nice and low. Plenty of ground covered. It's a game of inches, ladies and gentlemen. A game of inches. Good dummy, and he's found space in between. My goodness. Tyson Minor showing exactly why he's part of Kenya Sevens. Menengai Oilers doing well to beat the gain line every single time, find their way in the positive. Good dummy, stepped over, gain line. Yet again, if they're patient enough, they can create the opportunity they desire. Good hit. Good low carry, dropped his shoulder just when he needed to. KCB's defense trying to step up. Griffin Musila shot up, but also trying to cover around. Got that tackle. Doing very well, showing his work rate. That was a high one. Can they beat the gain line? Just behind the gain line. Playing ball on ground. Playing ball on ground. Again, that man, Felix Ojo.
Yeah.
Being that key player for KCB every single time. You don't see him carry the ball too much. I think we can count maybe two carries, 2 or 3 big carries, but at the breakdown, every single time, his timing is absolutely fantastic. His body position is strong. He gets hands on the ball, and the referee just cannot ignore that. Darwin Mukidza trying to take advantage. We're 1 minute into extra time. Regulation time is now done. Trying to get more points on the board to keep KCB in the lead and snuff the hopes of the Menengai Oilers getting to the Kenya Cup Finals 2024. Darwin Mukidza absolutely locked in. And he lets it rip. It's got distance. It was wide, slightly wide to the left. Again, that draft of wind that is coming from the far side of the pitch. Ball has gone into touch. The referee has not called time. This is when both teams are on tenterhooks.
Concentration.
Absolute focus. And they opt for the line out. The last two line outs they've done pretty well to maintain. So they might as well not try to break it. It's not broken, so don't fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This time, Menengai Oilers have to be very precise on this line out because they've been missing a couple of them, giving turnover to KCB.
Absolutely, but they've done well on the last two line outs to be able to retrieve them and maintain them. That one went over. Griffin Musila on it. Just couldn't get a hand on it. Retrieved. KCB on the attack. Bob Muhati going for the trial, and can he make it? He's over. Yeah. Big Bob Muhati has scored. That is the dagger. That is the dagger, the last nail in the coffin. 83 minutes. KCB at 19-12. There it is again. Offload to Big Bob Muhati. Finally, the patience has been shown. He's been waiting the entire game to run off that shoulder and go over the try line. KCB showing absolute class, creating the gap. This could be it.
Looks like game over.
It looks like game over. It looks like game over. That looks like the dagger, that final dagger, the nail in the coffin, the dirt on the grave for Menengai Oilers. However, they have been stellar throughout this entire game. They've done so well to keep KCB at bay until now, and just in the dying minutes. But then again, that is where, and you can see, did you see what happened there? Oscar Sorano wanted that kick, I suspect. A cheeky little kick in the middle. What's the banter between them?
Yes.
And it's good. And it's good. Slotted home. KCB have it. Going to the final. Menengai Oilers disappointed by the more experienced KCB, who are going to the Kenya Cup Finals 2024. It was a close one, just as you predicted, Gibson.
Yes, it was. And final score 21-12. And a gap of 9 points. Menengai Oilers done well. The Gibson Waru charges. They will go with their heads down. But again, they said we gave it all that we could. But that's how it is.
Absolutely. They held KCB to book for the full 80 minutes. And then after regulation time was done, they just couldn't hold it together.
That last try.
That last try. It was that line out that you had just mentioned it. You talked about it. They have to get it right. They didn't execute correctly.
Yes.
It went over, it was retrieved, pop off the shoulder, straight to Big Bob Muhati. Oh, man. KCB going to the finals. In a minute, we will have results for you on exactly who has won the final in Kakamega and who will be meeting at the KCB final.
Yeah.
Right now, ladies and gentlemen, at full time, we would like to go pitch side. From the booth, we are going to hand over to Shaq, who is pitch side, waiting to talk to the key players and officials of this match. KCB Rugby 21, KCB Lions 21, Menengai Oilers 12. Full-time scores at full time of the semi-final. We're still waiting on results
From Kakamega?
from Kakamega.
And I'm sure the ears will be set what happening there, but pretty much many people will be knowing that Cabra Sugar maybe will be carrying it. So looking at a Cabras KCB final again.
Let's check.
Yes.
Again, I assumed a bit early.
Yeah.
Of course, no disrespect to Nondis. However, that last try was absolutely
By
fantastic.
Big Bob Muhati, as you said.
Big Bob Muhati. There it is one more time. Excellent offload. You could see the presence of mind, and Bob Muhati, all he had to do was keep stretching his legs, and he fed his white line fever to the T. Oh, watch him go down. Nothing graceful about that try.
Touchdown.
He scored the try. He pinned the try, not just the ball, but his head down as well. And now we'd like to hand over pitch side to Papa Shaq. Shaq, over to you.
All right, welcome back. And of course, it has been a battle of the Titans, and now we are speaking to the captain. Tell me, when we were seeing the game in the first half as in comparison to the second half, you guys totally stepped up your game. What was the difference between the two halves for you?
I think the bomb squad came in with a lot of energy. We knew what we were going to come to shut down, and the boys executed very well.
And having played Oilers many times before, do you say that this game was any different from the way they have played, and how was hardcore?
Well, playing with Oilers has always been it's a challenge because they are young, they are fit, they can run, they can take the hit. It's always a good game with the Oilers.
Once again, finally to the finals. What do you think we are expecting to see from KCB from this juncture?
From KCB, you expect to see a very good fight. It will be a very entertaining match.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much and good luck out there. Well, we have been speaking to the captain. In just a few minutes, I'm hoping that we'll be able to catch the coach so that we can have a word from him. So we just get to know what is actually going to be happening. Coach, hold on 1 minute. Of course, and of course everybody wants to talk to the coach, but finally we find him here. Tell me, this game, of course, when you said it in the beginning, it was going to be a tough one. We definitely saw that. How do you feel the boys played today?
I mean, it was Navi. It was Navi. It was a game. It was a tactical match. The person who took the team that took his chances with the posts was going to carry the day. Took our chances. We had a couple of mistakes. We can't afford these mistakes in the final. Remember, we are going to play a very tactical side in Cabras and a very physical side. So we have to really mentally prepare well and physically. I mean, we'll take lessons from this game. Yeah, I mean, always a good side in Oilers. I mean, we appreciate the effort. I mean, it's been a long season. I'm glad it's coming to an end.
So what secret did you use come the second half? Because we saw KCB definitely stepping up their game in comparison to the first half. What was your tactical approach towards it?
No, it was just great. It was just great. I must say, Oilers came. They put us under the pump many times. They came to play the game today. They did not shy away. They came to play the game. Tactically, they were correct. I mean, we had to go back to at halftime and do a few things so that we can get ahead. But a good game all along.
So what can we expect come the finals? Once again, you've done it. What are we expecting to see for the finals now?
I mean, we expect to play better than this. I mean, Cabras is another side all along. We have to be physically ready to play.
Ready
that
for
game.
them.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you,
and
sir.
we'll definitely see you there.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, that has been the coach for the KCB side. In a few minutes, I'm hoping that we shall be able to have a conversation, probably with the coaches. Now, one of the things that we definitely noticed was they definitely stepped up their game, and you saw how KCB were playing this quite tactical in their approach. And by the way, this has been done exclusively courtesy of Homeboys TV. By the way, in case you have no idea how to be able to catch Homeboys TV, I'm seeing a lot of people who are watching our game through the internet, and of course we're on YouTube. But if you have a TV, go to Signet, go to Pang, and you shall be able to catch Homeboys TV. All right, now we are talking to the Capitan of Oilers. Tell me, how was the game for you today?
The game was fine. We came here knowing KCB is a good side, and we were up to the task. We just came short. It's a game of rugby. In sport, there is a loser and a winner, and today the coin fell on them, so it's okay.
On this.
Yeah.
So what can we expect now from Oilers from this juncture on? Now we are going to the third and fourth place playoffs now.
I think Oilers have been a growing side, and we keep on growing and growing. So to all the fans, to everyone watching, can urge them to always support us. We really appreciate, and we are coming with more.
And a lot of people are watching you from Nakuru. What do you have to tell them?
I'll tell the Nakuru guys the fight is not over yet, because we have more. We have 10s, we have 7s,
yes,
and we are ready for the task. We accept the challenges.
Yes.
And we are ready for the next thing.
Okay. Thank you very much. We're now going to be talking to the coach now. And tell me, from what we saw today, how do you feel the boys actually played out their game?
Oh, I must give it out to them. I think they hang in there.
Yeah.
They gave it a real go, as I had asked them to do, but they fell short. But there's so many things, good things that they did, and I'm very proud of them. We came short. It's very painful because a lot of energy and preparation and resources have gone into our campaign, and to end out the way we did is a bit disappointing. But again, KCB were good. They capitalized on the momentum they had and the ball, and they scored. So I just feel that if we manage the game differently, maybe the result would have been different.
Okay, fantastic. We wish you all the best of luck moving forward.
Thank you.
And thank you for gracing us on Homeboys TV. Okay, there you had it. And we've talked to both the coaches. We have seen what has happened. The big question is, Cabras, no descript. We are still yet to figure out, and of course, I'm sure in a few we'll be able to know who has actually won that game, which was taking place in Kakamega. Thank you so much for keeping it Homeboys TV. My name is Boshak Odora. I've been your host, and of course, to the commentators who we had, Gibson and Dan, from us here, adios. Ciao.
Kocha kikamu. Sinamuuliza hivi. 3-1.